Hey guys, welcome in for 30 books in 30 weeks. We are on week number 3. Welcome to my live. It's Marcy here. Those of you that are coming in live, make sure you hit that little share button, click that invite button, and invite somebody else in to watch along with you. We're talking about having crucial conversations. Is it really that crucial? What makes it crucial? For those of you who don't already know who I am, I'm Marcy Batiste. I'm a public speaker, I'm an author, and I'm a coach, and I'm sold out to my happiness, and I'm sold out to helping other women shine. I want them to truly discover and embrace their star power. And I'm excited because today was the first day of Raising the Bar, my 60-day laser coaching program. So the ladies kicked off their first group call after all their one-on-ones were completed. So we did that today. So I'm pumped about that. I also have a company called Bankable Success Advisors, which is a leading recovery solutions provider. So we teach you how to, businesses and individuals, teach you how to optimize your investments, whether it be time, energy, finances, or emotion. Literally curing emotional bankruptcy is what I tell a lot of my clients. Hey, Steph, hi. So curing emotional bankruptcy, that's my specialty, trauma recovery. I love what I do, and I do it because I love it. So 2018, we're about to take 1,000 women, and I welcome you to join me as I lead this beautiful community of women who are totally ready to let their light shine, who are ready to embrace their star power, who are truly women on the rise. And so that's what 2018 is about. And those of you who follow me on the regular basis know that I've been doing different reading challenges every single month. And so for 2018, raising the bar meant raising the bar for myself as well as for my clients. And so I decided to up the ante on that. And we're going to do 30 books in 30 weeks. I'm going to take you guys on this personal development journey with me. I am rating my personal development library. I am grabbing books from my mentors and my own personal board of directors who keep me focused and keep me even a dentist needs a dentist, right? So that's what this is all about, personal development. And I realized a long time ago that the best way to retain information is to teach it. So I decided to share with you guys and give you guys an overview of these different books, and then with my clients, my one-on-one clients and my group coaching clients, to take deeper dives on a lot of these subject matters. So this week is this little gem right here, Crucial Conversations. I remember the first time I was trained on this book. It was an all-day, to give you an idea how comprehensive this is, actually a 2 or 3 day training. I can't remember which one. Really on learning how to build these strategies and learning how to become a better communicator. Because, hey Annie, hey Mark, becoming a better communicator is critical for me, I'm sold out to my happiness. For my clients, trauma recovery means being able to communicate. And so being able to have these crucial conversations, but oftentimes we don't even know that we're about to have a crucial conversation because we don't know what it looks like. And so tonight I want to talk about really, truly, like, what is a crucial conversation? What makes it? Why is it so crucial? Is it really that crucial? Like I forever tell like a lot of my friends, I'm like, it's not that crucial. Sometimes it's that crucial. And so this really goes into conceptually speaking. Hey Henry, it goes into talking about, there are 3 components that create a crucial conversation, and in the book, they use a diagram of a triangle, right? And so one component is that you have differing opinions. So some people might call that an argument. An argument is a non-productive version of a crucial conversation. So when you learn to communicate better, you can get to a space where you don't argue anymore. So you have differing opinions. The second component is that the stakes are high. One of the parties, maybe both of the parties, have something to lose. Maybe a direct impact on their life. What's going on, Kenny? Welcome in. And then the third component is that the emotions are really strong. And the interesting thing for me about crucial conversations is how sometimes you arrive in the middle of one and didn't even know that you were treading on rocky ground. And so it's like one of those, like, you just kind of fall off of a cliff. Like, you think it's going to be a not a big deal situation, but based on how the other person responds, somehow it goes from not very crucial to super crucial. Another thing is, a big thing for me to remember as a communicator, and particularly as a leader and as a trainer and as a coach, understanding that how you communicate and how you convey messages changes people's lives. But just because it's crucial to you does not mean it's crucial to them, and just because it's crucial to them does not make it crucial to you. So you can truly be engaged in a crucial conversation that is not really that crucial for you until it's too late. And so this book is great because it talks you through how to navigate. What's going on, Anthony? It talks you through how to navigate this process of having these conversations, and particularly if you know going in that you're about to have a conversation that could go either really, really well or really, really wrong. You're going to have a conversation about something that's a difficult subject matter. One of the groups that I lead, we talk about intimacy issues. And so we talk about having, a great sex life, a great love life, great relationship. And so it's a lot of sex and relationship tutoring. And the biggest component of a relationship and of a great sex life, all of that, boils down to great communication. And so learning how to have these conversations. I'm a domestic violence champion, so I work in the area of trauma recovery. How do you advocate for yourself without having a crucial conversation? You can't. They're very crucial. You have something to lose. Your emotions do get caught up in it. The stakes are very, very high. And what oftentimes happens is, particularly if we know we're about to have a conversation that's going to be maybe a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, and could go like all the way wrong. Like, have you ever had those conversations where you just know, like, I don't even want to talk to this person because I know they have a tendency to overreact, or I don't want to talk to this person because, it's really not a big deal. I'm making a bigger deal out of it. And that feeling alone is what creates it and turns it into a crucial conversation, because what happens when we have to have these conversations that are either beginning crucial or they're going to turn crucial is we tend to shrink. So you're really worked up about something. You might be bordering on angry, frustrated. So your temperament, right? You already know that they don't agree with you. So that one component's there. So now we got the emotions are high. And so we tend to shrink because we don't want to, the only thing worse than having an awkward, uncomfortable, angry conversation is having an argument and risking, you can risk whole relationships with the wrong handling a conversation poorly. So we tend to shrink, we tend to give in and not advocate for ourselves. And that's huge for the women that I work with, both on the relationship side and on the recovery side. We tend to give in, we tend to shrink. And I know that there are a lot of guys that way that have are in relationships with women that have very, very volatile, very explosive personalities whose instant reaction is to pop off. And sometimes they're just like, you know what? Yeah, it's not even worth the conversation. It's not even worth my time. But in the end, you have to make that investment to have that conversation, as uncomfortable and as awkward and painful as it can be, because you can't get to resolution without going through that conversation, without going through that pain. We also tend to just be quiet, clam up, like, not gonna say nothing. This is something that it's actually a technique that I use to not argue with people, because I'm so aware of the components. So when I feel my attitude, my blood pressure going up, I tend to bring my voice down, and to the point where if I can't bring together a well thought out response, I just won't say anything. And so it ends up being like kind of this dumbfounded, I call it the blank stare, where I literally am just looking at them, and it tends to escalate the conversation sometimes. But what it prevents is it prevents me from saying something that I can't recover from. And so many times people get into situations where they get into these conversations, they start out a little bit irritated, then it gets heated, and then it escalates, and then you bring in the name calling and things like that. And there are certain things that once you put them out there, you don't get to take that back. Things can't be unseen and they can't be unheard. And so once I realized that, that was a tool that I use, but you have to be careful on how you manage it. Because like I said, it really does tend to make some people a little bit more angry. And that's not the intention, but really the intention is so that I can't remember the last time I found myself in an exchange with someone where I later had to go back and say, I'm sorry for what I said. I apologize for what I said. Or even that I apologize for how I said something. Because I am so strategic and so studious about making sure that my thought is fully thought out, start to finish. What's the impact? How does this affect you? How does this affect me? How does this affect us in a long term before I make a statement? And so people tend to lie. They know they're going to have this weird conversation, this awkward conversation, this crucial conversation, and then they want to lie. Like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. They lie about the issue. They lie about their position. They'll lie about what the impact. Oh, it's not a big deal. It wasn't me, because they don't want to talk about it. Dude, it was you. I saw you. They saw you. They got video of you. It was you. But yet they pull the shaggy on you and they're like, wasn't me. Caught me on camera. Wasn't me. Y'all know the song. What else? They deny that whole it wasn't me. Deny that there's an issue. You know, I don't know. Have you ever talked to somebody and be like, you know, so what's going on? You know, what do you have an issue with? No, I ain't got no problem. And you can tell by the way they say, I don't have a problem, that they have a problem. That is an indicator of a crucial conversation. Hey, Stucky, that's a crucial conversation. And they just don't want to have it. And so you have to learn to navigate these conversations. So even if you find yourself in a position, faced with a conversation, and your tendency is to say, I don't have a problem, and you know damn good and well that you have a problem, you know that's a crucial conversation. And I'm here to tell you that when you find yourself faced with one of these crucial conversations, it's crucial to your, it doesn't matter if you're talking about love, if you're talking about just life in general, we're talking about kids, we're talking about intimate relationships, personal relationships, siblings, customers, co-workers, supervisors. This is universal. You got to learn how to talk to people, and you have to learn how to listen to people. And conversations ain't just about what you're saying. It's about what you hear and how you process it, and then how you can communicate back in response to what you've heard and what you've experienced. So, yeah, like I remember before I took that course a few years back, whenever the conversations were going to get crucial, I was at my worst. Like, I literally performed at my worst. And I had to work really, really hard to learn to advocate for myself. And I had to learn to work really, really hard to manage my emotional investments. And you guys know, you've heard me all the time talking about curing emotional bankruptcy. And bowing down and not having these crucial conversations when they come up is a way to find yourself emotionally bankrupt, because you're swallowing all that toxic energy. You're swallowing all that anger, the resentment. Everything that you're not communicating is staying inside you. It doesn't disappear. You're not less angry because you don't admit that you're angry. You don't have less of a problem because you don't admit that you have a problem. You still have a problem. And that in and of itself is a problem. So you gotta learn to talk about it. You gotta learn to communicate. You gotta learn to have those crucial conversations. And I always tell, like with any of these principles and these strategies and all of the things that I share with you guys, I tell you, practice when it doesn't really matter. So, and it's something little, and I just don't want to make a big deal out of it. Don't make a big deal out of it, but that's the time to practice in a safe environment, to have these conversations without making them blow up into something bigger. And you got to be trained for it. Having crucial conversations, having in-depth, awkward, uncomfortable conversations is a learned skill. Trust me, it is a skill. That's why negotiators get paid so much money, because talking, listening, and communicating is such an important skill, and so few people have it. A lot of people can talk, not a lot of people can listen, and even fewer can communicate. And that's what it's about, being able to communicate, deliver the message, let people receive it, receive feedback back, and then be able to respond so that you can have a healthy exchange going back and forth. And then that brings the stakes down, that brings the emotion down, that brings the conversation back to a normal level, so it's no longer crucial. So that's what we're talking about all week. We got 7 days digging into crucial conversations. Y'all gonna learn how to talk to people. You're gonna learn how to have uncomfortable I'm dropping everything. You're gonna learn how to have uncomfortable conversations when it matters, when the emotions are high, when the stakes are high, when you don't agree. That's what makes it a crucial conversation. 3 things. Stakes are high, got something to lose, emotions are high, and your opinions differ. So it's all the makings of an argument or a healthy conversation, depending on how you manage it. So that's my share. That's my takeaway from this week's reading. 30 books in 30 weeks. We are on week 3 with crucial conversations, and y'all don't want to miss this. I'm trying to tell you, this is a relationship saver right here, for real. It's a trauma recovery tool, learning how to communicate. It's a health and wellness tool, learning how to communicate. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you share this out. I put a link in the thread for you if you want to go follow my YouTube video. There's other stuff out there on my YouTube channel. So make sure you click on that, hit that little subscribe button, share this out, hit me up, inbox me if you have questions. And also, if you guys have books, ideas for great personal development books, I got 30 weeks and I've only got about 20 books that I really am dying to share with you. Well, I'm living to share with you guys. So if you have ideas on personal development books, please, by all means, share those with me, and we'll add it to the reading list. So in the meantime and in between time, guys, as always, I love you, I thank you, I appreciate you, and thanks for living life on Mars. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.